Akron Athletics presents Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. And now your host, Joe Dunn.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to a brand new edition of Zips Weekly with head football coach Joe Moorhead. My name is Joe Dunn. Hope you'll stay with us for the next 25 minutes as we update you on what's happening with the University of Akron football program. Boy, a tough loss on Saturday to Central Michigan, 28-21. Now it's on to Kent State for the annual wagon wheel game. That'll be a noon kickoff. Dick Stadium up at Kent. Hope to see a lot of Akron fans up there to battle the Golden Flashes. Well, Coach, the general rule is you take 24 hours to get after a tough loss, but it took me a lot longer than that. I'm sure it took you a few hours also. That was tough.
Yeah, it was a tough one. And, there's no saying you can't let the same game beat you twice,
Yeah.
particularly heading into rivalry week. But, we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yes.
Had a chance to end it there on the last offensive drive and unfortunately put the ball on the ground. But kids fought. We battled hard. Fourth week in a row, put ourselves in position to win the game in the fourth, and just got to figure a way to close it out.
Yeah, it was too bad because there's a lot of good things that happened in that game. I thought the defense came back after being down at Ohio and played very well the second half. After that initial Central Michigan touchdown, they pretty much dominated the rest of the second half.
Yeah, gave up one touchdown
Yeah.
on the opening drive of the
Right.
second half and shut them out after that. And offense found its footing in the second half. We started moving the ball again. And, like I said, competed hard, can execute better, but we got to find a way to close that thing out.
We're going to take a look at Kent State, of course, a little bit later in the program, but I know you have been talking to the team about that since you arrived on campus. The wagon wheel game, always a big game here in northeastern Ohio.
Absolutely, and that's what I think makes college football special is, these types of rivalries, and I've been involved in them over my 25-year career, and certainly, my time here at Akron earlier, so I understand the importance of the wagon wheel game. It's been clearly communicated to our players since January. Yeah. Part of our practice every single day is devoted to a wagon wheel period, and we're excited to, have this opportunity.
Okay, let's go back to InfoCision Stadium on Saturday afternoon. It was a noon kickoff, good weather, and the Zips taking on Central Michigan. And Coach, they win the toss, they defer to the second half. You're going to come right out and do some good things offensively.
Yeah, we did 3 plays. We were able to get the ball moving a little bit. They decided they were going to blitz us early on, and DJ right here you see was able to run a quarterback power play and split it for a long touchdown. 53
yards, Coach, and he wasn't touched after he broke into the second level.
No, he wasn't. They were in a zero blitz and had all their guys covered down, and once he got through the initial part of the line of scrimmage, he was able to run free of the end zone.
Extra point is up and good. You set that up, Coach. You hit Clyde Price for 22 yards in the sideline. I think he had 7 receptions for the game coming out of the backfield.
He did a nice job. Clyde, for a third week in a row has done, good job running it, good job contributing in the pass game as well.
Zip defense, as you said, played very well throughout the game, especially in the second half. And Central having a hard time moving. I think the first 2 or 3 possessions, you got them off the field.
Yeah, we did. And, after the first offensive possession, we're struggling to move a little bit, and defense did a good job holding serve and keeping them out of the end zone. And like I said, it was a very hard-fought game in the first half.
Central's going to score. It's going to be 7-7 as we move in the second quarter. But, Coach, you had a pretty good game plan. I think that's Bubba coming in for the sack. And
yeah, Bubba has
13 tackles.
Yeah, best game of the year, 13 tackles. I think he's third in the country in overall tackles right now, so he definitely played his best and most complete game.
Secondary came up and getting some help. You like to see that gang tackling on defense.
Yeah, I thought the defense did a great job responding to the performance against Ohio University, and it was more indicative of our style of play that you saw against Liberty and Bowling Green.
DJ Irons under pressure a little bit all game long, Coach, but we're going to talk about him in the third segment. I thought he played well also.
He did. Struggled a little bit with some of his reads and, where his eyes were in the first half, but definitely rebounded in the second half and, gave us an opportunity to win the game.
As you can see, we're tied up now 7-7 after the first quarter, moving into second quarter action. There's a fumble. I think Corey Thomas out of Pittsburgh is going to come up with a football for you.
Yeah, no, six punts for 45 yards. Corey, great hustle play there, and unfortunately we took a sack on the first play and weren't able to turn this at any points. We missed a field goal. Left 10 points on the board in special teams, 2 missed field goals, and then the fake field goal that ended up being a touchdown instead of 3 points for them. So certainly need to bottle that up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities in that first half. Pretty much could have had the lead if you take advantage.
Yeah, we did. Great play by Victor Jones on the wheel route.
Yeah, dropped him back. He came from a defensive end spot.
Yeah, it was a good job. Really the only route that could get you there. Did a great job getting that thing broken up.
Again, pretty good defense as they're moving down the field, and they're going to take the lead, Coach, 14-7. That's the way it's going to end in the first half. We're going to get the football back and try and move down the field, but again, we come up short in the first half.
Yeah, really outside of that first drive, we had a couple other opportunities, put ourselves in the field goal range again, and missed another field goal there. And definitely wasn't our cleanest or most consistent performance in the first half by any means.
He spread the football around, Coach. I think there was 5 different receivers he threw to in that drive.
Yeah, we did. And DJ got banged up a little bit, and Undercuffler came in, completed a pass, and got us down in the field goal range. And like I mentioned right here, unfortunately, another 40-yard attempt that we pushed wide right.
You can see he's a big kid. 6'5", about 245. He looks for contact sometimes.
He had his best week of practice this week, and I think as he's getting adjusted and acclimated to the speed of the game at this level, I think Jeff's done a real nice job.
And that's going to end the first half. As you mentioned, Coach, missed opportunities. You go into the locker room knowing you can move the ball against these guys. The defense is going to play well, so at halftime you got to feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing I think our kids need to continue to realize, that a one-score game doesn't mean it's over.
Right.
So we got to continually reinforce the message that we've been in every game, and we've looked up in the fourth quarter and had a chance to win the game. So we went in, made our adjustments, and we're excited to get out and compete in the second half.
We're going to watch second half in a minute, Coach, but I thought you came out and played one of your best halves of football thus far this year.
Yeah, very complimentary, offense, defense, and special teams. And like I said, it came down to the last drive and had an opportunity. Got to find a way to close it out.
Exactly. Zips down 14-7 at the half. We're going to come back and take a look at second half highlights right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Weekly. We were at halftime of last week's game with Central Michigan. Coach, we're down 14-7. As we said, they're going to come out and play good football here in the third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think they're going to come out and score on the opening drive, and defense, put their foot in the ground and shut them out after that. Offense found a way to get the ball moving, so it was a much better second half. Yeah,
Central, we're going to pick up highlights right now in our game at InfoCision Stadium this past Saturday afternoon. Central's going to take advantage of somewhat of a short field, Coach, and they'll go down and score their first possession.
Yeah, we weren't real fired up about how we kicked the ball off, a couple out of bounds, and we tried to squib into the wind just to cut it, so it didn't, and we didn't do a real nice job there.
They're going to come down, and as we said, Coach, they're going to take a 21-7 lead. But after that, as far as offense and defense, you guys are doing pretty much what you wanted.
Yeah, defense really rallied into the ball, did a great job tackling. They punched that one in, and now we got backed up, and got to find a way to go 91 and score it.
SU, the score's 21-7. You're going to come out with one of your best drives of the season. 13-play drive, Coach. You go for it on 4th and 1 at your own 29. That was a big decision that paid off for you.
Yeah, we needed to get something going there. I felt like a punt, and Central Michigan having the momentum that we needed to roll the dice and go for it. Felt confident we could get a yard, and ended up paying off with a touchdown drive.
Another big play was 3rd and 9, irons to Shockey for 14 yards. And then you're going to go down and score on a 14-yard TD pass to cut it to 21-14. But your receivers, as opposed to the first half, Coach, are starting to get a cushion and get open.
Yeah, we made some adjustments based on the coverage that we were seeing. We went in our game plan had saw a specific type of coverage that they really, didn't play for a lot of the game. So we made our adjustments in the second half, and there you see Shockey catching a touchdown pass. I think he had 7 for 70 yards, and really to me has been the best player on the field for the past few weeks. We're really excited. Top 25 in the country in receiving. He's doing a real nice job.
Yeah, the extra point is up and good, and suddenly it's 21-14. He ran a great route, Coach, and another really good throw.
Yeah, like I said, DJ I think finished 25 of 38, and Shockey, 7 catches. They've really got a great chemistry going. Tim Terry played his best game of the season as well.
More good defense by the Zips. Chippewas are going to miss a field goal, I think, in their next possession, Coach. It's still 21-14, and that's the way the third quarter is going to end. I think that was Imako. I thought he was going to pick this one off.
Yeah, should have hit him right in the chest or in the head. But yeah, he definitely stepped up and played his best game this season as well.
Yeah, we mentioned him on the radio side after the game. I thought he really played well also, Coach, and still 21-14, and the defense is still playing hard.
Yeah, another guy that had Zach Morton really stepped up, coming off the Ohio U game. Bunch of tackles, some tackles for loss, a couple hurries, I believe a forced fumble as well.
Yeah, we saw Morton come from that opposite side of the formation and make the tackle there as the defense getting the football back for the offense, and another good hit here right in the sidelines.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Had a bunch of drives once again starting back inside the 10, so a long way to go. And there's DJ to Daniel George, who I think had 7 receptions as well.
As you mentioned many times, Coach, you spread that football around with your wide receivers. They can't concentrate on just one guy to stop.
Yeah, we didn't get Alex involved as much as we wanted to. Really, that was a part of the coverage structure they were playing, so it went more to the outside guys and to the tight ends. But, DJ definitely did a nice job spreading it around.
I think we're watching the drive, Coach, is going to tie it up. He took possession with 8:55 to go, a 9-play drive, good passing all the way down the field.
Yeah. Struggled a little bit at protection at times, particularly on 3rd down, but on this drive we were able to give him some time, and when you do that, he's able to make the reads and get the ball where it needs to go.
Again, they're going to throw it out to Shockey. He's going to make a nice cut, and they're going to throw him out of bounds. But you get down there, they had 3 straight penalties to get you down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, we did a freeze cadence, and they kept jumping, so we kept doing it, got us inside the 5, and like we had done the past few weeks, hand that thing off to Clyde, and he found his way into the end zone.
Football game now tied 21-21. The Zip defense again playing lights out of fumble, and we just couldn't get to it.
We tried to scoop and score and got them backed up, I think, to a 3rd and 24, and then maybe even you wish you'd pick that one up.
That was Zach Morton again. I think he had 2 tackles for loss and forced fumble, did a lot of everything.
So they run it, get you to 3rd down, they throw a crosser, we rally up and tackle it. So great job capturing and seizing momentum, force the punt, and Tony Grimes had 2 returns for 19 yards, did a nice job, and got the ball with 3 minutes left with a chance to win the game.
Yeah, we got it back with 3:45 to go and did a lot of good things. You could almost feel we're going to take it down there and either score a touchdown or kick a field goal.
Yeah, that was a plan, and had it played out up that was against the exact look that we wanted, and we put the thing on the ground. I mean, he could have backpedaled into the end zone, but unfortunately, as we're building this thing and doing the things, we need to figure out how to not beat ourselves before we can beat someone else. And it's great that we've gone into the 4th quarter and had a chance to win all these games. We got to figure out a way to close it.
Yeah, we talked about that play after the game, Coach, outside the locker room. And when he took the ball, I thought he was going to score a touchdown. Yeah. He had about 15, 20 yards open field, and that's just one of the things.
Yeah, the puller was going to nobody. The post safety rolled to the middle of the field and had to pull her around. And it's just, unfortunate consequence, and we've got something we've got to just keep correcting and fixing and building.
Yeah, I mentioned after the game, Coach, maybe it's best we've got Kent State now to concentrate on that game and not look back at this one.
Yeah, we watched the film, made the corrections, but it was very clearly communicated that we're not going to let the same game beat us twice, and we understand the importance of the Kent game, and kids had a great energy about them on practice on Sunday. Yeah,
the Zips lose a tough one. We're going to take a break, come back. Segment 3, we always take a look at some of the outstanding performances from this past game. We'll do that with Coach Moorhead right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
Here, let me show you how this works.
it takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Welcome back to Zips Weekly. Right now it's time to take a look back at that Central Michigan game and pinpoint some of the outstanding individual performances. We've been talking about the defense all game long, and here we are again, Coach. Let's start with the D, and Bub Arcelanian, you mentioned 13 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack, top 3 in the nation.
Yeah, Bubba's playing his best football right now. Emotional leader of the defense and really team captain, guys that everyone looked to for their leadership cues, and he's going to keep getting better as the season goes on.
Yeah, I'm not on the field, Coach. I'm not in the locker room, but what kind of leader is he? What kind of captain is he?
Not a real vocal guy, more of a leader by example, but certainly if you're looking at someone to copy and how to do things the right way, he's certainly the one that the younger kids and everyone on the team can look to.
Yeah, we mentioned Zach Morton a lot, Coach, and he had an outstanding game. 2.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, forced fumble. He continues to be a leader on the defensive side.
Yeah, between he and Victor Jones, both those guys on the outside are playing well. I think it was Ravonte Holt's best game of the season, and Curtis really stepped up. And I thought the front four had a nice rebound game coming off of Ohio U.
Yeah, Tim Terry, the transfer from Buffalo, I think had 7 tackles, and he was in on a lot of action.
Definitely Tim's best game of the season.
Yeah.
Had improved against Ohio U, did some nice things, and had the start opportunity for the start, and really made the most of it.
Secondary played well after coming back from Ohio, and Jaden Woods, I think, came in and played well for you. He's a transfer from Eastern Kentucky. He had 10 tackles.
Yeah, time of the year when everyone's bumped and bruised a little bit, and
Yeah.
we talk about next man in mentality. If somebody goes down, the person that replaces them is going to do as good or better of a job, and Woods got his opportunity and had a nice game.
Probably don't want your secondary leading in tackles, Coach, but you don't want to miss any tackles back there either.
No, they're the last line of defense before the goal line, so they got to get them on the ground.
Let's mention a little bit about Tony Grimes. I thought he did a good job on punts, bringing them back. He did a nice return of about 10 yards, and that last possession got you up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Tony's done a real nice job in the return game. Got hurt against Bowling Green, and you talk about punt return. You want to just one first down. So if you can get a return of 10 yards or more, and I think he had 2 for 19. So he's does a great job making the first guy miss, and has been a valuable asset for us on special teams.
Each week we talk about the quarterback, DJ Irons. We're going to mention him again today, 25 of 38, 255 yards, a touchdown. He was under pressure. I think he got sacked 7 times, so he was back there trying to find some receivers under pressure.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that's way too many sacks. But like I mentioned, a little bit inconsistent in the first half. Really wasn't representative of how he's played this entire season, made our adjustments and came out. And, like I said, real nice job. 25 completions, 65% a touchdown, and then the rushing touchdown as well. So DJ continues to be, one of the major strengths of our team.
You've mentioned all season long your wide receivers are the strength of this football team, and these guys caught a lot of passes on Saturday. Daniel George, 5 receptions. Shockey had 5. Clyde Price out of the backfield with 7. Your tight ends caught 5 balls, so you're spreading it out and they're playing well.
Yeah, got to be able to defend, the whole width and length of the field. So when we're able to, get the ball out to all the different, wide-ass tight ends, running backs, makes us harder to defend.
Noah Getman, a kid you brought in for the punter, it was so windy out there. You didn't know which way the wind was. Well, it was kind of swirling. You'd keep looking up at the flags. It was going away one time and another time. But I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, I think 6 for 45, a couple inside the 20, and then came in and had actually one kickoff there at the end. But just like you've been mentioning, Noah, all these portal transfers and all these new freshmen that are coming in and doing a real nice job. I think that's a good sign for what we're looking to build, this season and certainly into the future as well.
Unless you were watching really closely, Coach, that offensive line was kind of a makeshift group on Saturday. But how'd you grade them? Because there's a lot of guys in there that hadn't got a lot of time.
Yeah, it's still work in progress. So Ronan Chambers got his first start of the season because Gray's hurt, Daniel's hurt, Kamari Lander's hurt. So we're down to our 4th left tackle. both Wiggin and Baines got hurt, so
Yeah.
Beckman got some time. Robards got some time. Nate Williams played the whole game, and Kilbane subbed in a little bit for Tony George at center. But yeah, it's definitely mix and match there now because of injuries and trying to find the right combinations. But I think they played hard.
Yeah.
Still got to find a way to get our run game going and protect DJ a little better.
Yeah, that's the one group you want to build that chemistry. That's tough when you got guys in and out like that.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. You're trying to, like I said, find the right combination to start with when everyone's healthy, and then the issues become exacerbated through injuries and things like that. So certainly the position on the field where everyone's got to work in concert with each other and do those things and find that chemistry, and that's certainly tough to do when guys are shuttling in and out of there.
Yep. Well, it's on to Kent State, a noon kickoff Saturday against the Golden Flashes up at Dick Stadium. We're going to go back and talk about Kent right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
Here, let me show you how this works.
it takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Okay, it's time for our Scouting Report each week, brought to you by the Akron Canton Hilton at Fairlawn. It's a lot of fun out there, and hope you get out there and tell them you watch them here, and they're our supporter on our highlights and our Scouting Report each week. And Coach, Kent State. It's been talking about them all season long, and if you're an Akron fan or a Kent fan, it's a game you look forward to every year, and we'll be up there at noon on Saturday.
Yeah, great game, battle for the wagon wheel. I think my first run here, we were 4-1, so there's no better feeling than running across the field and grabbing that wheel.
Exactly.
Certainly have a huge challenge in front of us with a very well-coached and talented Kent State team, but our kids are fired up for the opportunity.
Exactly, going to be a big game. Kent comes in at 2-5 overall, 1-2 in the Mid-American Conference, coming off a 52-31 loss up at Toledo on Saturday. But you look at their schedule, Coach. Washington, Oklahoma, Georgia. They played Georgia awful tough, so they've been in some tough games.
Yeah, those first three were certainly a tough stretch for Coach Lewis in the program. Had a game against LIU as their 1AA, and then Miami, Ohio U, and Toledo. So they've had a difficult stretch to start.
Exactly. They play fast and have a number of young guys, not real big, that really play well. Dante Cephas, maybe one of the better wide receivers in the conference, Coach, 6'1", 186 from over in that Pittsburgh area. He's really good.
Yeah, he's from Penn Hills, from my hometown.
Yeah, exactly.
Wish we would have had an opportunity to recruit him.
Yes.
But yeah, Dante's done an unbelievable job. A guy that'll get an opportunity to play at the next level. Schlee replaced Crum.
Yep.
But in that offense, they're fast-paced. They spread you out. When they get numbers in the box, they'll try to run it. If you pack it in, they'll try to, work the matchups on the outside, and they do it with great physicality.
Marquez Cooper is their best running back. Not real big, 5'7", but 190. He's run for over 700 yards this year. So they do a little bit of everything offensively.
Yeah, I think he had over 200 against Ohio U. Had a real nice
Yes.
game in that overtime win, and had a big game against Toledo as well. So you can't just focus on one area, the run or the pass. You got to defend them both.
Exactly. Noon kickoff up at Dick Stadium. Coach, best of luck. Everybody knows how big that one is. So we'll talk to you after the game and back here next week.
Absolutely, Joe.
Okay.
Go Zips.
For head coach Joe Moorhead, my name's Joe Dunn. Back here next week. And as always, remember, go Zips.
This has been Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Zips.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.